Well, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you all how I make my video backgrounds, and basically this is the most simple basic stuff you can do in Photoshop, but even after telling people that, they said they still wanted to see a tutorial, so decided to go ahead and do it. So first off, you're going to need Photoshop. And for those of you who don't have it, I can't really help you with getting a full version of the program. But you can always go and download a free 30-day trial off of adobe.com. So then you're going to need to make a new image, and you're going to want to size it the native resolution of your video. So in this case, since mine are always 720p, that's what I'm going to size them by, and you're only going to want 72 dpi because the resolution on the web is never any higher than that. So now that we have our image open, first off, you're going to need to get a wallpaper for yourself. So I just downloaded some off the web. The one I use on my videos was custom made for me, but nonetheless, I just downloaded some new ones here for the purpose of this tutorial. So I'll open this up in Photoshop. Gotta go into my downloads section and find it with its weird name right there. Alright, so I'm not quite sure. This should be the right size. So anyway, I'll just copy and paste this whole entire image into my video background here. Doesn't really matter if I save it. And alright, so you can resize that. It doesn't really matter though for the purposes of this video. Basically all I do is have a background, and then I make boxes on top of it which contain my perks and my weapons and stuff. So basically all we have left to do is create one box. So we'll make a new layer here and drag. It doesn't even matter the size, we can always adjust that later. And so just take the paint bucket, or it doesn't even matter, we can option delete on a Mac. It'll fill the square. You can always use the paint bucket, it doesn't really matter. It just filled it with my foreground color there. And next I'll deselect and double click on the layer here. It'll bring up layer styles, and basically this is all I do is I play around with these, and that's how I make my boxes. It's most basic stuff around. I always add a stroke, which is just an outline to the layer. Then I will go into the normal blending options, and I always just take away the fill because I adjust that with a gradient overlay in here. So what I do is I don't do drop shadow. For my boxes I add a gradient overlay, which I usually do foreground to transparent. So you see that there, and then you can always adjust if my mouse wants to work, you can always adjust the scale of it, transparency, etc. So I'll adjust the angle on it also because mine is usually at 180. And then I always add a bevel and emboss, which gives it kind of a nice little fancy look right there. And I change it to chisel hard generally, which is just a different style. And there's my box. Basically that's it. And I guess I can show you guys how to add the only more technical part of my whole thing is adding the camo background to my gun. So let's see, gotta find that here really quickly. And I have a pack of transparent PNG pictures which I will add in the description. I'll link you to the MediaFire file, so if you want these transparent PNGs, you can go ahead and download them. I have to thank Crazy HD for providing me with these. It was very kind of him, and yeah, it was very helpful, very helpful to have copy and paste, to be able to copy and paste images of this stuff without having to do any editing. So first off, I'm going to change the size of this thing using free transform so it will actually fit my layer here. Alright, so then we're going to exit the free transform, and now we take this and I'm going to overlay it on top. Alright, and then I am going to go back and select my layer 2, which is my box. Alright, and I'm going to select outside of my box. Alright, now I switch layers and I delete the outside of the camo. So now it fits perfectly within the box. Okay, now I deselect and I'm going to add a layer mask to my camo. So that's this button down here. And now make sure you're selected on the layer mask, and you're going to go into, whoops, wrong button there, going to go into gradient, if I can get my mouse to work, and you want to make sure it's the standard black to white, and then all you do is shift, which keeps the thing flat, and go side to side, and it makes your camo fade out very nicely. And then all you have to do is double click here and add the bevel and emboss to make your camo fit. Change it to chisel hard again and increase the depth. And then voila! That's all I do to make my backgrounds. Then all you have to do is duplicate this box without the camo inside it and just drag it, transform it to whatever you need, and soon enough you'll have your little layout going. So I hope this helped you guys, and I will talk to you all in future videos. Alright, peace out.